The air crackled with tension, a palpable energy that seemed to vibrate through every corner of the city. Fear hung heavy over the city, a suffocating blanket woven from uncertainty and despair. The streets, once bustling with life, now echoed with the silent cries of its inhabitants. Days ago, a monstrous wave of destruction, unleashed by the malevolent entity known as Kelsid, had crashed against their walls, leaving devastation in its wake. The once sturdy defenses now lay in ruins, a testament to the city's vulnerability. The city, once a beacon of hope in a world consumed by chaos, teetered on the brink of collapse. Smoke rose from the remnants of what were once homes and businesses, painting a grim picture of their current reality. At its heart stood Do-hyuk, a young man thrust into the mantle of leadership. His journey from an ordinary citizen to a reluctant leader had been swift and unforgiving. His face, etched with exhaustion and worry, reflected the weight of responsibility he carried on his shoulders. Every line and shadow told a story of sleepless nights and relentless pressure. The survival of countless lives, the very fate of their civilization, rested on his next decision. Each choice he made could either lead them to salvation or plunge them further into despair. And time, he knew, was a luxury they could no longer afford. The clock ticked relentlessly, a constant reminder of the urgency of their situation. The citizens looked to him with a mixture of fear and hope, their eyes reflecting the flickering flames of their dwindling spirits. They sought reassurance, a glimmer of hope in the encroaching darkness. They had placed their trust in him, this reluctant hero, to guide them through the encroaching darkness. His words, though few, carried the weight of their collective hopes and dreams. But even Do-hyuk, with his unwavering spirit and unyielding determination, felt the icy grip of doubt tightening around his heart. The enormity of the task ahead was daunting, and the stakes had never been higher. Could he, a simple man thrust into extraordinary circumstances, possibly live up to their expectations? The weight of their hopes rested heavily on his shoulders, but he knew he had to try, for their sake and for the future of their city. A faint beep echoed through the tense silence of the command center, signaling an incoming message. Do-hyuk's gaze snapped towards the source, a glimmer of hope flickering in his eyes, a rare sight in these dark times. It was Yuri, his trusted friend and confidant, calling from the relative safety of another settlement, her face a beacon of reassurance. Her voice, though laced with worry, was a lifeline in the storm, a reminder that they were not alone in their struggle, that there was still hope. A reminder that they were not alone in their struggle, that unity could still prevail in the face of adversity.
Do-hyuk, our city is still reeling from the initial attack. The damage is extensive, and morale is at an all-time low. We lack the resources to repel another assault. Supplies are dwindling, and our people are exhausted. Time is running out, and evacuation seems like our only option. We must act quickly to save as many lives as possible. But leaving means abandoning our home, our history, everything we fought so tirelessly to protect. It's a heart-wrenching decision.
The weight of Yuri's words pressed down on Do-hyuk, the gravity of the situation becoming all too real, suffocating him with the enormity of the decision he had to make. The responsibility was almost too much to bear. Evacuation, while the most logical course of action, felt like a defeat, a bitter pill to swallow for a leader who had always stood firm, an admission that they were powerless against the forces arrayed against them. Yet, the safety of his people had to come first. But could he, in good conscience, condemn his people to certain death for the sake of pride? The answer weighed heavily on his heart. The command center, usually buzzing with activity, fell silent as Do-hyuk grappled with the impossible choice before him. The air was thick with tension, every eye in the room fixed on him, waiting for his decision. Every instinct in his body screamed at him to fight, to stand their ground and defend their home to the last breath. The warrior within him roared for action, for valor, for a stand that would echo through the annals of history. But logic, cold and unforgiving, whispered a different story. They were outmatched, outgunned, and clinging to the precipice of annihilation. The stark reality of their situation gnawed at his resolve, painting a grim picture of their chances. He glanced around the room, his gaze falling on the weary faces of his companions. Each face told a story of battles fought, of sacrifices made, and of a hope that was now hanging by a thread. They too bore the weight of the impending doom on their shoulders, their expressions a mixture of fear, defiance, and a desperate hope that he, their leader, could somehow find a way out of this impossible situation. Their trust in him was unwavering, yet the burden of that trust was almost too much to bear. Do-hyuk drew a deep breath, the weight of their collective gaze pressing down on him. The enormity of the moment was suffocating, yet he knew he had to remain composed. He had to make a decision, and quickly. Time was slipping through his fingers like sand, and every second counted. The lives of his people, the very future of their civilization, hung precariously in the balance. The weight of history seemed to press down on his shoulders, demanding a choice that could alter the course of their destiny. Could he find the strength to make the right choice, even if it meant sacrificing everything they held dear? The question echoed in his mind, a relentless reminder of the stakes at hand. As Do-hyuk wrestled with the agonizing decision, a new voice crackled through the communication system. Jae-hoon, a seasoned warrior from a distant city, had arrived at the city's outskirts with a small contingent of soldiers. He brought with him not only much-needed reinforcements, but a glimmer of hope in their darkest hour.
Do-hyuk, we're here to support you.
Jae-hoon, a man of few words but unwavering loyalty, wasted no time in pledging his support to Do-hyuk and their cause. His arrival, though unexpected, was a much-needed morale boost, a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity even in the face of overwhelming odds. Jae-hoon's presence, though a welcome relief, did little to alleviate the gravity of their situation. The enemy, driven by an insatiable hunger for destruction, was vast and relentless. Their combined forces, while formidable, were but a drop in the ocean compared to the tidal wave of darkness threatening to engulf them all.